and I'll repeat this several times throughout this live stream, is even though there might be Black Friday sales going on, even though you might go to the website and it says use this code, try to also use the code that I give you if I have one, because I know some of these websites have reached out to me and told me, tell your audience to go ahead and use both, because it's one of those rare occasions where they might honor both. Now, that's going to depend company to company, so you won't know unless you try it. So if I give you a discount code, try that on top of the Black Friday discount codes that they may have, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Fire cider, yeah, maybe I can look at that. I've been doing a lot of hot broth and things like that. Rest seems to be what's helping me the most. All right, let's go to one of my favorites here. And by the way, I do earn a little commission if you use my affiliate links. It doesn't cost anything extra to you. The seller always absorbs the cost of that. It's just a little way you can help out the channel here. And this little QR code that you should see on the upper right of your screen, we're going to go to that in just a second. That's an Amazon affiliate link for that should take you to Mirror Safety, but we'll go there in a minute. I want to go somewhere else first. Bear with me here. And this pacing on this is going to be a little bit slower because it's just me, just a one-person operation. And I'm going to be doing a lot of like flipping, pulling codes, things like that, finding the right screens. So it's going to be a little bit slower than our normal pace. All right. Hopefully you should be seeing that now. AppMex. AppMex, excuse me. AppMex is doing a Black Friday marathon, which means I believe their sales are going to be all weekend long. And all weekend long, it says. And things are going to be things are going to change as it goes. So check back every few hours. That's going to be my plan here. Let's take a look right now. So it says hourly. Okay. So let's see what they got on sale right now. And let me go ahead and put a link to them up on the screen. Bear with me here one second. And this is not, this one here that I'm going to share is not an affiliate link. What this is instead is this. Oh, interesting. When I click it, it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Let me try one other way to do this. I know another way to do this. What it does is it just tells them sending traffic their way. So they're actually a brand sponsor for our channel, which I really appreciate it. That's one of the best ways that to help a influencer or content creator to stay in business is to just outright sponsor a video, and then you get advertising that stays permanent in there. So if you're a brand that's watching this, you can spend money on Google Ads and then it'll run for a certain period of time. Or another alternative is to sponsor a content creator directly. You pay them directly, they'll embed the ad into their video, and then it's there permanently. It doesn't expire after a week or 10 days or whatever. It's there permanently. So it's a great way to help out channels like myself. So this one is, let me put in the description there. I mean, in the chat. This is my link that just shows them that I'm sending traffic their way. So if you use that, I don't get a commission, but it definitely helps me out in a different way. Let's go back to our sales here. All right, so we got right now this hour we've got some deals on 1/10 ounce silver rounds, $7.01 a round. Half ounce Canadian gold maple leaf for your big spenders out there, $2,300. Just give the prices if I click on this. It tells us no. Okay. All right. Black Friday deals. Get a half ounce. Get a free half Arizona gold back with your purchase now through Cyber Monday. So that's those they look like bills. It's gold leaf. All right. Silver Eagles. Let's see. Black Friday deal. $61.25. Yeah, silver is way up for the year, guys. Silver is at $55 an ounce. It's bananas. It's great. I think it's been overdue, but it happened really, really fast. And gold is at $4,200 an ounce. Now, I'm not going to waste a lot of time today talking about why I think gold and silver are good preps. I've done a number of videos on this. There's always going to be people in the community that disagree with that. It's fine. It's just one of the ways that I do some financial prepping. And I don't think you should always, with any financial prepping, this is not financial advice, it's just Sarge talking. I don't think it's good to put all your money into any basket like Bitcoin or silver and gold or real estate. Spread it around a little bit. Figure out what assets make sense for you and your family. I like silver and gold as one of those assets. Okay. So $61.25 Black Friday deal, 41% off the premium for your silver eagles. Okay. And let's take a look at maybe one or two more things here before we go on to the next thing. All right. Gold eagles. I like gold eagles. This is where, so let me click on that. Now, this is for the big spenders out there. I don't go after the full ounce at $4,300, although that is a really good price for a full ounce of gold right now. I go after the 10th ounce coins. So I'll take another quick look and see if we see any of the 10th ounce coins, which is, we call it fractional gold. This gold is where I am concentrating my precious metals. I still buy some silver, but I've got a lot of silver. I wish if I had given myself advice 16 years ago when I started getting into precious metals, I would have told myself lean more into gold. Not that silver's a bad investment. I just feel like I would have gotten more bang for my buck out of gold if I had gone into gold right from the get-go. So I'm playing a little bit of catch up with that. That's me personally, my strategy. All right, so scroll down here a little bit more. I want to see if they've got any 10th ounces on sale. They got 10th ounce platinum. Okay. All right, so that's APMEX. They've been a great sponsor for our channel. Really appreciate them. Happy to give them the first shout out of the day. All right, and those deals are going to change hourly. It looks like in 24 minutes there's going to be another one popping up. So keep your eyes open on that. Check it periodically throughout the weekend. All right, let's stop sharing that. Now, let me check back at chat. See how you all are doing. All right, coffee first, then speak. I don't know if you heard that for a second. When you could be saying, so glad. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, silver has a lot of uprun potential. A lot of people believe. I'm not anti-silver. I'm still going to continue to buy silver. I'm just personally leaning a little bit more into gold now. Coffee first, then speak. If you didn't catch before, I need you to shoot me an email. I have something for you. businesswithsarge@gmail.com. You're one of the 3 people that I'm looking for. Okay. Now, let's go to, I want to go to that mirror safety thing next. So you can scan the QR code if you want, or I'm going to drop another link here in a second in chat, because they were doing some crazy good deals. Let's see. Yeah, this. I'm going to drop a link for this one. You're probably not going to see this at this price again, maybe ever, if not for a very long time. This is like 28% below what it normally is. So let's see, get a link, copy. Oh, wait. All right. Dropping my Amazon affiliate link here in. Yeah, Maccabeus, I decided to do Black Friday shopping with everybody this morning instead of my usual Friday night thing. I know, I'm being weird. All right, so this here, you can either scan that QR code up at the top, or you can go here, or you can click on the link in chat if you have chat. This is going to take you to Mirror Safety via my Amazon affiliate link. And I want you to take a look at this. This is a really good gas mask, the CM6. And this includes your drinking system with it. Mirror Safety, in my opinion, is for civilians. This is the best you're going to get for a CBRN gas mask. CBRN stands for, oops, let me see if I can get rid of that. Oh, are you guys not seeing? Hang on, I got to reshare. Hang on. Let me do that again. I told you I got a cold. Bear with me. Share screen. There we go. It's coming up now. All right. You should be able to see it now. All right. So this CM6, in my opinion, is one of the best gas masks that you can get for civilians. It does include the drinking system, right? CBRN stands for chemical, biological, radiation, and nuclear. Okay. And if you go to, so you're on here probably with me, or maybe you landed on a slightly different page. Let's go to see this where my mouse is hovering here, right in the middle of the screen where it says visit Mirror Safety Store. Let's click on that. Now, what I want you to do is scroll down and go to the filters. and there's all kinds of different filters for all kinds of different needs, right? So you can get, what I usually get is, and I get them when they're on sale like this. That's not a bad one there at $59. I think I usually get this one here, the NBC 17, second from the right. But since that one's not on sale right now, let's look at this one that's on the Black Friday deal. I'll click on that. All right. So 20, why I like some of these is it's got a 20-year shelf life, right? So buy them when they're on sale. You know, Black Friday, there's like a Veterans Day sale, Labor Day sale, things like that. Buy them when they're on sale. They're good for 20 years. Put a couple in your bug out bag, put one in your get home bag, put one in your vehicle, stick one in your pantry, you know, so you got a couple stored around the house. And that's how I feel about the Grail water filters too, which I'm going to get to the Grail in a second. We'll do that one next, I guess. So, you know, these are good for all different kind of contaminants. But if you want one just for like if there was a house fire, there's a smoke one, right? So they make all kinds of different filters depending on your needs. Okay. That's mirror safety. This is what I use for my family to protect my family. This is what I recommend. Most of the stuff here that you're going to see today is either stuff that I'm currently using or I've vetted or I've tested. And I personally feel safe. I personally feel good about endorsing this for my audience. All right. So let's go to the Grail next, since we were talking about this. And I'll drop a link in chat again. So you could either get the GeoPress or the Ultra Press. I like the GeoPress. Okay. So we're going to go to this. I'm going to drop a link. Copy. Stop. All right. Dropping a link in chat right now. Let's put this on the big board. And I'm going to come back in a few minutes here and check your chat. So feel free to keep the conversation going over there. All right. So that should take you over to where I am now. Let's close that. You don't need that. And by the way, if you look over on the right of my screen, see that frog suit there? If we get $40 in super chats between now and next week's live stream, so next week is going to be Friday, December 5th. Friday, December 5th. And that one will be a night stream. I'll be live at 7:45. If I get $40 more, that's all we need is $40 more in super chats. I will wear that frog suit that you see over on the right. It's in the cart, ready to go, but we're going to get $40 more. And then I'll wear that in a live stream at the end of the year. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do some giveaways at the end of the year. I love to end the year with some giveaways to give back to the audience. So a lot of times the super chats, things like that you guys spend, most of that money comes back to you in one way or the other. Either I use it to do some giveaways, or sometimes I use it to go to an event so I can network with a brand and get some deals for you. So one way or the other, it usually ends up coming back to you. But that's the challenge that we got going on at the top. And there's also a poll at the top if you want to vote in the poll. But that I will wear, if we get $40 in super chats, I will wear that silly frog suit at the end of the year to do a live stream for you guys when we do some giveaways. All right. All right. So this is the Grail GeoPress. This is my preferred water filter for personal use. Now, if you've got a family and you're thinking about for your homestead, obviously you're going to need something bigger. But for hiking, get home bag, bug out bag, things like that, this is my go-to water filter. It's so silly and easy to use. Basically, the inside of it looks like that. The orange part down the bottom, you can see right there, that's the filter. And you could buy more of those. But what I do is when there's a Black Friday sale or a Labor Day sale or a Memorial Day sale or July 4th sale, I go on and I buy a couple more. And I add a couple filters to my pantry, to my bug out bag, to my get home bag, you know, so you just get this stuff when it's on sale. The way this works, see if there's a picture of it. So you fill, if you'd see this here, you fill that section with your pond water, right? Not salt water, can't be salt water, it's gotta be fresh water. And then that section there, as you put that cup back into that, you press it through, you loosen the cap and you press it through so air can flow. And it'll come up through the filter. And what you get in that reservoir there in the center of the screen is clean water. One of the best filters on the market. Lots of hikers, backpackers, and survivalists are using this out in the bush to make sure that they are staying safe. You do not want to get, if the grid goes down, water filter systems get attacked by some terrorist group or anything like that, you do not want to drink unsafe, clean drink. You do not want to drink unclean drinking water. It's the biggest killer in the world, actually. It's the biggest killer in the world. You'll get a parasitic infection. We're going to talk about that in a second, too. We'll come back to that. But your first line of defense is a good water filter system. Grill is what I recommend. Okay. So if we click on this little blue thing here where my, where my cursor is, let's go to the Grill store. Let's see if we got filters on sale. Did I pass it? Filters. All right. Nope. Oh, I did that wrong. Something. Let me go back. Hang on. Replacement cartridges. That's what I want. All right. So you go to here. Now we want, if I did the GeoPress, make sure you're buying the one that's for the GeoPress. If you got the UltraPress, make sure you get the ones for the UltraPress. That's all you need to know. All right. There's two different styles. One is thin, one is thick. I went for the thick one. Okay. THICC. Shout out for the peaches. All right. All right. So let's go to shop now and let's see if they got a sale going on these guys. All right. Doesn't look like there's a Black Friday sale, so that's okay. If you buy the unit itself, yeah, you're gonna have to play around on the store here. It looks like the GeoPress titanium's on sale for $175 if you want the titanium one. The advantage there is that outer cup is single wall stainless steel. You can boil water in it if you want that. All right, but it doesn't look like the filters are on sale right now, so you got to make your decision. Maybe you buy one now, and then you come back and when there's a sale and you grab some more. Okay, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. All right, let's check one more here, and then I'm going to go back on to chat in a second and see how you all are doing over there. So this is a company. I do not have a brand affiliate with them, but I sure would love to. This company here has been a really good partner with the prepping community. So Opus, if you're watching, I want to partner with you. Let's talk. They've got a great Black Friday sale going on here. This is the 2,000 watt power station. Okay, let me drop you a link. You guys need a link for this one. This is a great gift for the family, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. Okay, link incoming in chat. Let's put it on the big board. All right. So if you go to that link there, it's going to take you. Should drop at this page here. Now, Opus is one of the top brands for solar power stations. Okay, there's other brands I like as well. I think there's a couple that you're going to be happy with, but Opus has, in my opinion, done a fantastic job with partnering with the prepping community. And this is one of the preps, our solar station that we have. Unfortunately, the company went out of business. I would like to get a backup one. This is one of those things that is one of the best preps we ever made was getting a solar power station. I use it camping. I used it at Georgia Bushcraft. We use it when there's power outages. My wife uses it if she's vending at nighttime. We get a ton of use out of this, okay? What can you do with these and what you can't do with these? Well, I can power my chest freezer with this because I've tested it. You cycle it on and off, right? So you keep your stuff frozen. You don't lose all that stuff to a power outage to have all of your proteins, your deer meat that you've hunted and all that kind of stuff. You don't lose it. You can power lights. You can power laptops. You can recharge your phones. You can recharge your rechargeable flashlights. You can recharge your Baofeng walkie-talkies for communicating, radios, sorry. You can run a small electric blanket for the wintertime to keep yourself warm. You can run fans off of this. What you can't do, you can't run a coffee maker. You can't run anything heavy duty like a washing machine or dryer, right? They're not designed for that. You need, for that kind of power, you need, and I don't know why. I mean, the coffee pots are small appliances, but they draw a ton of power to superheat the water so fast. That's why that. So certain small appliances are fine. Certain small appliances, it just is not going to do well with. Not going to do well with a space heater. Space heaters use way too much power. It's not going to do well with an air conditioner. Air conditioners use way too much power. So you have to know the limitations of this, but it can do well with a lot of other things. We get a ton of use out of ours. Opus appears to be, from everything I can tell from some of my my YouTube friends that use them, like Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, Vision Preparedness. They seem to love this company, so their endorsement is as good as mine as far as I'm concerned, and that's a great price for that. For 2,000 watts to get at $369 is a great price. And then you can look in, does this one come with solar panels? I don't think it does. Yeah, so you might want to go in here to their store. So see where I'm hovering there with the blue? Click on that. Let's see how much their solar panels are. Maybe they're on sale too. Okay, let's click on that. Okay. So when I was at Georgia Bushcraft, what I used, mine is 1,000-watt solar power generator or power station, whatever you want to call them. People use those terms and mix them up. Mine is 1,000 watts, and I brought one 100-watt solar panel, and basically in about 5 hours, I brought it up from 40% capacity to 100% capacity. Now, this is a different brand, so it may be a little bit different, but just to give you a ballpark idea. What I would recommend is, if you're going to go this route and get yourself set up with some solar powered preps, so that you've got some backup power for when the grid goes down, is I would get yourself one of those power stations and at least one of these. Okay. And then maybe later on when there's another sale, let's see if it's on sale. Okay. This one is not on sale for Black Friday. That's okay. So you later on, when there's a sale, that might be a kit up there. Let me click on that one in a second where my mouse is. Later on, when there's a sale, you get another one. So you got 2 as one as none. But let me click on this because it looks like there's another Black Friday sale up there. Okay, so this kit here, this is 2,000 watts and includes, it looks like 2 of those panels. Is that right? Trying to see where it says that. Yep, that includes 2 240-watt panels. Those are good panels. Those are good panels. So that might be the way to go if you want to spend a little bit more money. All right, let me drop a link for this one here too. Let's go ahead and give you a link because we just found that. So let's do that. Get a link, copy. Let's drop that into chat. And then I'm going to come back and say hi to chat. So there we go. Put that up on the board. And give me just a second here. Whoops. I clicked on the wrong screen. What am I doing? There we go. That's the screen I want to. All right. So while that's up there, let me come back and check on chat, see how y'all are doing over here. Oh, man, you guys gave me some super chats while I was gone. All right, hang on. We're going to get to that in a second. Let's scroll back up. All right, we'll see where we're at with all this. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, guys. All right, let me take that link off because it's getting in the way of what I'm trying to see here. Yep. So you buy some of those coffee first, grab some of the grill filters when they're on sale, put them away. That's right. That's the way to do it. All right, Scott First, looks like you gave me a $10 frog suit donation. Thank you. That brings us down to 30 now before I scroll anymore. You are awesome. Thank you. And Sassy Gal Prepping, thank you. So that brings us down to 20. So we'll see where we're at. $20 now. We're only $20 away from unlocking the frog suit costume. All right. I hope you guys are voting in the poll up at the top too. There's a coupon. Oh, okay. I missed one. Sorry about that. There's a apparently a coupon back on, I don't know if it was the Grill or the Opus. Southern Tier Prepper loves Opus. Yeah, I applied once before STP, and they told me they didn't need any more influencers right then. But that was over a year ago. I should try to apply again. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, excuse me. Sorry, this cold sucks. One thing about when you get a little cold, it does remind you to be grateful for when you are healthy, right? And that's something we take for granted. It was when you're healthy, you don't remember to wake up and say, you know, if you're a person of faith, thank you, Lord, for granting me another day of health. So it really does kick you back a little bit and remind you to be grateful for when you are healthy. If you're enjoying the Black Friday shopping with me, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And by the way, don't forget to check in the description. A lot of the stuff I'm going to show, not all of it, but a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you is in the description. And a lot of it will be discount codes are available that I've worked out for you with these brands. Oh, that's cool to know. So it'll run up a little pellet stove. That's good to know. Okay, for the Opus. Yeah. So you have to. You're right, coffee. So you have to come up with some other ways to make your coffee when grid's down, whether it be boiling it. If you've got a gas stove, which we do, that's how we would do it. You could do a press. There's lots of. You can make it over a campfire if you've got a fire pit. One thing I can tell you is we're not going out without coffee unless it's like end of the world, in which case I would have to switch to Yapon tea. Yapon is caffeinated. I gotta mute you guys and put the video off for a second. I'm gonna blow my nose. All right, I'm back. Yeah, we gotta have our coffee. Stove percolated is a good choice there. Teresa, how are you doing? All right, well, yeah, check out the Opus website then too. Definitely. Good tip. Thank you. All right, Maccabeus, I already said hi to. Who am I missing here? I feel like I missed somebody. If I did, I apologize. I don't think I saw the poll unless I voted and don't remember. You would have to scroll up to the top of chat to see it, I think. Oh no, did the poll die? Hang on, let me go check. Let me see what's showing for me. No, the poll's still going. Looks like right now 60%, 60. Go to the very top of chat. 67% of you are on the nice list, it looks like. All right, looks like I'm caught up on chat. I want to go to a couple more things here on Amazon before we scroll away from that. So let's see. We talked about Grail. We talked about Opus. Talked about mirror safety. I don't cover this. I'm going to show you it and let's see if they've got any sales for it. I don't cover this too much on my channel, but I know a lot of people in the community are worried about like an EMP. So I want to show you this company here, which I think is pretty good. They're called Mission Darkness. I'm not a brand affiliate with them or anything like that. Let's check this out. So they have all kinds of EMP proof gear. If you wanted to put like your solar panels or something into something, you could build your own Faraday cage, of course. And if you're handy, that might be like the best way to go. But if you just want to buy it and forget it and put some electronics in there, you might need something big like that. I'll drop a link for you. Hang on. Drop a link. Copy. Link incoming right now. There you go. So that should take you to about where I am. So Mission Darkness is they make like Faraday cage containers. I was trying to look at the right word. Let's go to their store here and see what they got. So they got small things for like, your USB thumb drives. You got phone bags, tablet bags, laptop bags. And then for your bigger stuff, there's even dry bags, which if you don't know what a dry bag is, dry bag, like if your house got flooded or if you were, operating on a boat or whatever, if it goes in the water, it should keep things dry. I've got a couple dry bags, but they're not these ones. So these large Faraday bags, I think that these they also even got like tape, so you could seal if you were making your own thing and you wanted to seal it up. On the right-hand side here, Faraday tape. So these appeal to me here, right? These large Faraday bags. Let me scroll down a little bit like that. The duffel bag. But you got to read the fine print because sometimes it's only like one compartment has the Faraday protection. All right. So if you had an EMP or coronal mass ejection or whatever, and you had your stuff in here, in theory, again, so there's not been a lot of tests. These companies will do some tests, but on a grand scale of like nobody's done like a big EMP test. There was some early tests a long time ago, decades ago, that the United States did. You can look that stuff up and what happened afterwards. But we don't really know exactly what's going to happen because our grid has changed a little bit from the last time there was big tests on this. In theory, a Faraday cage should protect your electronics, in theory. All right. So this is, and for me, what I would throw in here is a small solar panel, a couple small power banks, solar power banks. You might, if you have a backup phone, you could throw a backup phone in there. I'd throw a couple Baofangs and their chargers. You got to throw all the chargers in here too, so you could have comms. I would throw a couple rechargeable flashlights in here. So we got a solar panel, some way to store that energy, the power banks. You got comms, you got lighting. I would throw a drone in here if you've got a drone, a small drone. And if you're a big spender and you can afford night vision, I would throw your night vision in there as well, right? So if there was a grid down situation and you had a drone that was working, so now you've got air superiority, you can see the landscape around you. If there's any looters coming in or things like that, you've got night vision, so you can see what's happening around you when nobody else can see what's happening. You could throw a thermal in there. You've got flashlights that you could attach to your weapons or for your kids for their bed stands. You've got comms, so you can keep in touch with your neighbors, and you've got a way to continually recharge all of that stuff. That's what I would throw in your Faraday duffel bag. And you would have technical superiority over 99% of the people in your community, right? Now, if everybody in your neighborhood or mutual assistance group did this, you're basically got a lot of technological superiority over anybody that could possibly be a threat to you, unless they're like highly trained special forces people and things like that, which is a whole different thing. But your group should be training as well, right? All right, cool. So that's Mission Darkness. I'm not an affiliate with them or brand with them, but I do like their products. I think they're pretty cool. Again, we don't talk about EMPs a lot here, but it is something that the community is interested in. All right, let's rock a cough drop here so we can keep going. Let's see. We did at Mex. We did Grail. We did Opus. We did Mission Darkness. Let's go to I don't know if my friends let me stop sharing for a second here. I don't know if my friends at Rhino Rescue are doing a deal on their first aid supplies or not, but let's take a look. They do have Black Friday. Okay, let me send you a link. Let me send you a link and let's get you live with me. Share screen. Okay, so this is going to be my friends over at Rhino Rescue. I got a discount code. Let me get that for you. Okay. I would ask you, please, this is one of those companies that does help me out a lot. Consider you, if this doesn't cost anything extra to you, but if you need some first aid supplies for yourself or some loved ones, and you want to check out their Black Friday deals, please use my link that I'm dropping right now in chat and on screen. Does help me out a little bit. And the discount code is prepping_with_Sarge. Okay. I'll put that in chat. Hang on. Copy. So I don't know if the discount code will work with their sale. You have to try it. Some of these companies told me that. So there's the discount code. And there's your link. Some of these companies told me to tell my audience to try it, that some of them are honoring both. Okay. Use my affiliate link to get there. It probably helps. So then they know that like somebody's not just pulling that code randomly off the website, that they're actually coming through me. Because that was the point of this. All right, so let's see. We got free shipping on orders over $60. It's like 15% off nationwide. Let's take a look. My opinion is, for the prepping community, Rhino Rescue is the way to go. They torture test all their gear, including, people always ask, well, do they torture test their tourniquets? Yes. There's videos. You can watch them, how they torture test. All right, military law. Let's go to public. All right, actually, I do not love those ones. Let's go to, yeah, these are the ones that I like. So these are great for your, to attach to, they usually have molly webbing, to attach to your back of your bug out bag and your get home bag. I've got several of these. We'll pop open one of them and take a look for you. Special edition IFAC. I think this is one of the ones that I really liked. We'll click on that one. All right, so you can see you don't have to get the camo. If you want to be a little bit more discreet, you can get black, you can get coyote, you can get red. Okay. So $60 plus free shipping. So this is going to go over that. If you buy $139 worth of products, you're going to get $20 off. If you buy $259 off, you're going to $259. You're going to get $50 off. Let's see. I think this one. Yeah, this was the one that I really liked. It's got a tourniquet. It's got your airway. It's got chest seals. I really love these chest seals. Those are specifically for puncture wounds like gunshots. Lots of compressed gauze. You've got the eye shield in this one. You've got the splint. I love the moldable splints. You've got burn gel. You've got a CPR mask. You've got a triangular bandage. You've got BZK pads. You've got trauma shears. You've got nitrile gloves. You've got an emergency blanket. You've got a first aid book. You've got a TCCC card. You've got more gauze. You've got finger bandages, right? This pretty much this is a good one for your vehicle. Actually, this is the one that I have in my vehicle. This is a good one to attach to your backpack. This is a good one to maybe keep in your pantry. And this is everything that's included with that. I'll be honest with you guys. If you're buying one of those aluminum ones in the store and you think you're covered, if you've ever had a wound injury, you're going to go through bandages so fast. I think this is one of those areas that most preppers think they're covered in because they have one little first aid kit. You're not covered. You have to change your dressings frequently when you have a wound. And the reason I realized this was years ago when I had an emergency surgery. I had a pretty large suture that had to be cared for 30 days. Was going through bandages like crazy, gauze and bandages like crazy. You think you have enough. I promise you, none of us have enough. You don't. So this is something that as a prepper, you're never really done with your first aid supplies. Buy it when you find sales, add to your gauze, add to your medical roll tape, add to your stuff like that. You're constantly bandages. You're going to need more, way more than you think, way more than you think. So most people have a kit like this and they think I'm covered. Nope. You got to keep adding to it. You should have a closet full of bandages and gauze, in my opinion. If you're going to get serious about this. Now, if you don't have that right now, don't buy it all at once. Don't blow up your budget. Start accumulating it when you get a sale. Okay. All right. So that's Rhino Rescue. We like them. They've been great company to work with. That's the first aid supplies that I use personally. That's what I personally use for my home and my family and my homestead. All right. Let me scroll back up here, see if you guys are saying anything. Yeah, you can make a Faraday kit. Absolutely. I think Morgan Rogue Preparedness made one and did a how-to on that. Subdog, how are you doing? Yeah, the cool thing about a duffel bag Faraday is that you can grab and go, right? That would be like if you have to evacuate, grab and go. Attach your gas masks to the outside of it, right? Attach your water filters to the outside of it, right? So like, boom, got our water filters, got our gas masks, and we've got our Faraday kit. Let's get in the car and go. Let's get out of here. Something bad's going on, right? All right. Yep, it's a good one. It's a good one. Fat man outdoors. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Exactly. Yeah, I spent. This is the time of year where I actually do bust out the credit card. But I'm going to encourage everybody: don't spend more than you can afford. Right. So when I say I bust out the credit card, I have a plan to pay that off within 30 days. Okay. I'm not going to be one of those channels that tells you the end is coming tomorrow. You need everything now. If I felt like that was happening, I might say that to you, but I don't think that's the case. I think so. My plan has been the same plan I've spent for the last 5 years. Accumulate what you can when you can, and remember that building skills is often free. Find people to train with, get some books from the library, learn how to garden, learn how to forage, things like that. So even if you don't have the money to get some of these big ticket items right now, it's okay. Work on your skills, save some money, get that stuff when you can. Okay. Hey, ADRVT, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing pretty good. I've got just this little cold well, it's not a little cold. This is one of the worst colds I've ever had, honestly. This is probably a top 3 cold for me. The last time I felt sick like this was before the pandemic. So it may be C19. I don't know. We got some home test kits here. I think they're expired, but what's the point? Like you still have to treat it like a cold, right? I've been avoiding everybody except for my spouse who lives with me. Right? I haven't been around anybody. My work was fortunate enough that I get some sick leave, so I use it. I checked in with some of my patients through virtually, so there's no face-to-face contact. So what's the point in me? Like people ask me, well, do you think it's C19? Maybe, but basically it's a very strong cold. I'm going to treat it differently. Stay away from people, which you should do if you're sick. Try to stay away from people. Drink lots of fluids. Get some rest. Right? If I can't breathe, I'll go to the hospital. So what's the point? If I had to be around people, yeah, I probably should get a test. And then I'm not trying to get political on this. I know people have different feelings on it. If I had to be around people, let's say I had to go somewhere, I would wear a mask, whether it was C19 or not, because it does, in my opinion, as somebody who works in the medical field, it gives some protection. It's not a guaranteed 100% protection. It mitigates some of the droplet nuclei, so I might not spread it to somebody else. It's not 100% guarantee, but it does give some protection, right? So that would be my strategy. You disagree with me, it's okay. I'm not here to start an argument. All right. I gotta put you on. I gotta mute in video for a second. I'll be right back. I just need to blow my nose. All right, yeah, and so coffee first. Even when the pandemic was like really at its peak, my thoughts were, if I get sick, as long as I can breathe, I'm not going to the hospital, Because the hospital is where you go when you have no other choices. When you're in the hospital, you're exposed to more viruses, more bacteria, MRSA, C. diff, all kinds of things that can really ruin your day. So our strategy at home was we're going to not go to the hospital unless we absolutely have to. And I wasn't going to go get one of those old tests where they jam it up there into your brain and scrape your brain. They don't really do that, but I'm exaggerating to be funny. I wasn't going to do that because I was going to avoid people until I felt better, right? Like what is C19 is very much a virus like the cold virus. It's just very, very strong. And it's a novel virus, or it was a novel virus, because we had not seen anything like it before. So nobody had immunities to it for a while. Because of the population that I work with, first responders, they're constantly exposed to it. I believe I've been exposed to it many, many times. I believe I have some immunities, but something slipped through here that was new, is kicking my butt. Yeah, I mean, my friend went and got it, and they gave her a nosebleed for like 24 hours. They shoved that thing up there. It was like what are the lobotomy? It was like a lobotomy. So I wasn't gonna go get that done. Sorry, no. And I was just gonna stay out of work or whatever. I mean, I have a lot of sick time built up. It's fine. If you need me to go get a doctor's note, I'll get a doctor's note. But I wasn't gonna go get that stupid test done. You can if you want. All right, let's see. And by the way, I don't think they use that test much anymore. I think it's just like a tongue test or a spit test or something now. If you guys know, put it in the chat. All right, let's look at some other stuff. We got you got me way down the rabbit hole there. All right, Blackbeard fire starters. Let's do a quick one for them. This is the fire starters that I use when I go camping and whatnot. You'll see me use them in my videos. These work fantastic. Really, really small. You can break them in half. I'll put the link in the chat. It is possible. I think it is possible to get some false positives and things like that. All right, so there we go. That is Blackbeard fire starters. Whoops. Nope, I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, they're great. They're great. There we go. So that's my affiliate link. Again, if you use that, it does help me out, please. It doesn't cost you anything more. Let me go ahead and let's see if they're doing any sales here. Discount code is just Sarge, all caps, SARGE. Sorry, I'm trying to do the share screen for you. All right. Are they doing any sales? Let's see. Nope, I didn't mean to click that. Free shipping on orders of 50 plus. Let's see. All right, so the products that I recommend out of here are these fire plugs. These are what I use 99% of the time when I'm starting a fire. Okay, let's see if there's a picture of them. You guys don't have a picture of the fire plug on there? That's it right there. Okay, so see, they've got it standing upright, so it looks like that. And you could break them in half, and half is usually enough for me to get a fire going. If you buy 250 of these, let's see, for $60, you're going to get free shipping, and you're probably never going to have to buy fire plugs again. Honestly, they're going to last you a very long time, especially if you break them in half like I do. These work fantastic. They're waterproof, windproof, 30-year shelf life, 8 minutes of burn time. So if you break it in half, consider like 4 minutes of burn time. That should be enough. If you practice fire starting, that should be enough to get your fire going. All right, I'll show you what else I like on here. I have this arc lighter as part of my EDC. I love this. Recharges. And this is something you could recharge off of your solar power banks and solar power stations, right? You could throw that in your Faraday bag if you wanted, if you didn't want to carry it in your EDC. Or you could carry it in your EDC and get a small Faraday pouch, right? This works really good. Holds a charge for a really long time. Waterproof, windproof. Gets a fire started for me whenever I need it. I got rid of my Zippo because of this. I switched out my Zippo for this. All right. Let's see. There's a couple other things that I like from them. Whoops. Their ferro rods are really good. Let's see if I can find the ferro rod. Probably under the fire kit. Let me go back. It's either under ignition sources or fire kit. Let's see. Oh, they don't have the ferro rods up right now. Let me try. Let me just check this. What I meant was not this little one here. Let me see if I blow that up. Not that. I thought they had a bigger one, but that's a good one too. Ferro rods are great to have. Throw it in your bug out bag and your get home bag. Never have to worry about it again. You won't have to worry about your lighter running out of fluid or you're running out of matches. Your ferro rod's going to get you like 20,000 strikes, right? You're probably never going to need to get another one in your life. Okay. So ferro rods are fun. I recommend them. Good company. All right, let's stop sharing that one. Garden seeds, want to do this real quick. I don't think my coupon code Sarge15 will work here. So I'm just going to shout them out because they're a great company. I've been buying my seeds from this company since 2009. And that is, of course, superseeds.com, Pinetree Garden Seeds. Okay. Now, thanks for stopping by. No worries. Appreciate you, Subdog. All right, superseeds.com. You can go on here. They're doing a sale right now. Seeds 25 is the coupon code you want to use. You can try mine too, Sarge 15. I don't think it's going to work on top of that. These stocking stuffers, seeds make a great stocking stuffer. And I know a lot of people in the prepping community are into heirloom seeds. Let's go to heirloom seeds. Right? And you just scroll down here, find what grows in your area. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. So you can get your peace tomatoes, Amish paste tomatoes, 21 pages, over 21 pages of heirloom seeds. This is one of my favorite peppers right here, the Ancho Poblano. It's got a smoky taste to it. It tastes like a pepper that's been smoked over a wood fire. Love Ancho Poblanos. All right. So, I'm sorry. Is that not sharing? Hang on. My bad. Hang on. Gosh. Sarge. All right. Now you should be seeing it. Ancho Poblano seeds right there. $2.45 for a packet. Let me see. Does it tell you how many comes in a packet? Um, 20 to 25 foot single row. If I'm reading that correctly, there's about 20 or 25 seeds in there. Okay, so that's the Ancho Poblano. This is Pinetree Garden Seeds. Let's go back to heirloom. Sorry. No. Stop. There we go. Heirloom seeds. Let's see what else is popular. Radishes is something I would encourage the community to think about. Let's go to this cherry bell radishes. Why radishes? Because radishes is one of your fastest growing vegetables. So if let's say supermarkets suddenly had a major problem and you realize food's not coming back into the supermarkets, radishes is one of the fastest growing vegetables. They're ready to harvest usually within 21 to 28 days. So I would encourage, unless you hate radishes, some people don't like them because they're a little peppery. Unless you hate radishes, get a bunch of radish seeds. Keep them in your, emergency seed vault. And the greens are also, a lot of people don't know this, the greens are also edible, right? So you can make a little salad out of that. Don't take it all out because you want it to continue to feed the root crop. The root crop is the main thing. And then after 21 days or so, maybe 28 days, depending on the crop you're growing, you've got the fruit. It's a little hot, a little peppery. I like radishes personally. My wife hates them, but it's a good crop for preppers to be aware of. Okay. All right, cool. And also radish seeds, since we're talking about it, Radish seeds is one of those types of seeds that you can grow sprouting from. And so you could actually have food within 5 days, right? So that's another use for it as well. Radishes is something that prepper community sleeps on, but we should be talking about more. All right, let's scroll back up. I just want to see if I missed any comments here. If you're joining in, don't forget to vote in the poll at the top. And we are $20 away from unlocking the frog suit. If you're paying attention, I'm going to be doing a live stream at the end of the year, giving away some Amazon cards, and I think I'm going to do that regardless. We're going to give back to the community regardless. But if we get $20 more in super chats between this week and next week, and that's it. But if we get $20 more between this week and next week in super chats, I will live stream in the frog suit. I will humiliate myself for this community. They should coffee first. Absolutely. Hey, Titus, good to see you. Thank you for checking in all the way from Japan. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, let's do a couple more. I probably should do my buddies at. So I'm going to do 1, 2. If you're still hanging in with me, go 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 4 more companies I want to shout out here. All right, so next one is Wazoo Survival Gear. Wazoo is actually one of the first brands that worked with me before I even had 1,000 subscribers. I applied to be an affiliate with them, and it was one of the coolest things. And that hasn't happened to me a lot. Dustin, the co-CEO, contacted me, and he wanted to do a phone-to-phone interview for it. I love that personal touch. Dustin and I, and Nick is the other co-owner, have become friends since then. I've got to hang out with them many times at Georgia Bushcraft. And I really enjoy their products, but I also enjoy their friendship, their authenticity, how much they care about the community. So they're doing their biggest sale of the year right now. So if you've been waiting to get your hands on something like the fire starter necklace, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and please use my affiliate link so I can get a discount on this. There we go. Coming up. So I can get a little commission on that. And my discount code, you can try it. I don't know if it's going to stack, but you can try it. Sarge, all caps, 2022. Sarge 2022, because that's when I actually started with them in 2021, but 2022 is the year for my code. So I'll put that in chat. You can try it with it. I don't know if it'll work or not. But if not, then use my affiliate link. It still helps me. Excuse me. All right. So Wazoo, let me show you a couple things I like from them. Fire starter necklace. This is the must-have. These fire starter necklaces, you see me wearing this in a lot of my videos. Pretty much every time I go hiking, camping, backpacking, this is on me. You can start a fire with it. So even if I drop my lighter, it's a backup way for me to start a fire. And it works great. I've started many, many fires with this, actually. Excuse me. I might have to take a break here in a second and get a drink. Yeah, this is and you see a lot of people in the community are wearing these. They look great. They're very fashionable. So that's one. The other thing I really like from them, the foraging hat. Excuse me, foraging bandana. Excuse me. Dang it. Gotta hang in there for a little bit longer. All right, so the foraging bandana is really cool. It's got this key in here that tells you whether you can eat it or not. It can be used for medicinal purposes. On the outer edge, it tells you which parts of the plants are usable and in what ways. You can wear it as a headscarf, head bandana, neck scarf. The inner side of it, they got a picture of it. The bandana net, if they have that. Yeah, this one here. This is what I would recommend. So it's got breathable mesh. Stop. It's got breathable mesh on one side of it. So you can't really see it in the pictures, unfortunately. Dustin, if you're watching this, you need to add a picture of the mesh in there. You can wear it as like mosquito netting, or if you're foraging and you want, like, mushrooms need to be able to breathe a little bit so they don't get all nasty. So the other side of it has, no, it keeps flipping back to the bandana. I'm sorry. Let's try one more time. Bandana net. That's the one you want. There it is. Okay, so see the mesh? That's the one I recommend. All right. They also have the cash cap. I did a video on this not too long ago. You can go back in my recent videos and find that. This has a bunch of storage pockets on the inside of it. Let's see. Does this? There we go. So you can see there's a pocket here where my mouse is. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. Pocket here. And pocket here. It's also got reflective tape, so you could use it to signal. It's also got high-vis orange, so you could use it to signal. When you've got black on the underbill of a hat, that actually helps a little bit with keeping the reflection of the sun and snow off your eyes, so it helps a little bit with visibility. They look great. You could put all kinds of little mini gear. And by the way, their website sells a lot of the mini compasses and mini knives and things like that. I've got lock picks in mine. Okay, let's get out of there. That's the cash cap. It's only $36. And then whatever discount you can get thrown on top of that from their Black Friday sale. And then these fire cards are really popular now. You can scrape off a little bit, use those to make a fire, and it burns really well, as you can see. That's exactly what it's like. So you don't have to use the whole card. You could scrape it like they're doing there and just take what you need. One more thing I want to show you on here. The sharpening necklace. Okay, so the Viking Whetstone. This is a really good knife sharpener. But it's not just good for knives. The way they designed this, you can sharpen fish hooks in this little groove here, or needles on this little groove here. And it's got different angles for different types of blades, different degrees. You can sharpen the serrations if you've got a serrated knife or saw. So I use this for a lot of, and it changes colors when it gets wet and as you use it, which so it brings out like some of the tans and oranges in there. So I use this a lot when I'm hiking and backpacking. This is the Viking Whetstone, and then there's a different version of it. If I go back, the Viking Spark. If you prefer to have the Spark and the Whetstone together, you can do it that way. So basically, let me see if I've got a picture of it. So you've got the Spark is behind the Whetstone there, okay? And by the way, the Spark itself, the little ceramic spike, little arrowhead, whatever you want to call it, that can be used to hone a little bit too, because it's ceramic, and ceramic is sharper than steel, or it's harder than steel, so it can actually be used to just get a little bit edge back. You know, if you just need to tone up your knife or your axe just a little bit. All right, let's stop sharing. A couple more. We're almost done. All right. Next one here. Slick Knives is a company that I just started working with in the last year. Drop a link. Hey, Cold Hearted Bastard. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. All right. Slick Knives. There's your link. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on the big board in just a second. And I'm going to show you, because this is actually my EDC now. Fairly new knife company, and they are putting out some amazing stuff right now. Share screen. Slick Knives. All right. Now, you can try my discount code, and it may or may not combine with whatever these got going on right now. It's Sarge 10. Sarge 10. You can try to see if it combines. Okay. Use my affiliate link there that I've got on the screen. That will help me out as well. All right. And I'll show you. This is the one this is what I'm carrying right now. This is my everyday carry. This is the Flick Knife EDC 3.5. I did a video on this. Let's look at it on the big screen now. This one here. All right, so right now it's $47.99. Looks like they're doing a 10% off Thanksgiving weekend and free economy shipping on orders over $25. So that's going on right now. Looks like this weekend. This is the knife that I EDC right now. This is what I use. The Flick Knife EDC 3.5 drop point folder. Okay. And it's got the flipper, which I love that on a pocket knife for rapid deployment. Check the legality for your state. Not all states allow flippers. It's not automatic. So difference is you have to manually deploy that. I need to loosen mine up a little bit, but it's fast and you can do it one-handed. So if one hand is injured or you're holding something, you do it one-handed. It also shuts one-handed, as you can see. Very drop shutty, very fidget friendly. Okay. Great little knife. OS10 steel. Stonewash. Let's take a look at the details here. Stonewash. So one of the advantages of using a stonewash is it hides some of the flaws as you pick up little scratches on your steel and that kind of thing. It's got a ceramic ball bearing pivot, so it's really fidget friendly, opens and closes very easily. It's got a good lockout. Let me show you the lockout real quick. Actually, let's go ahead and, so this is their website. They also have some fixed blades. I want you to check out their stuff. Why is that not closing for me? I don't know. There we go. Maybe then I have to do, no. Okay. They've got all kinds of different things here. They've got slip joint knives. They've got flick knives. They've got some fixed blades. Like that's the curve, I believe. That's the clip point. I'm sorry. The curve is another good one here. This is a good culinary knife. It doesn't have to be just for culinary knife, but that's how I use mine when I'm camping. That's my culinary knife. Beautiful. Works great. Very slicey dicey. I did a video on that one as well if you want to look that up. Let me close this out. Come back to screening. All right. So with the slick knives, the liner lock, I know the lighting's not great right now because I'm using natural lighting, but it locks out really good. It's not going to accidentally close until you hit that little liner lock with your thumb to close it. Whoops. And then it's very drop shutty. Okay. That's why I like this one. That's why I rock it as my current EDC. It's a great knife. So check them out. Use my affiliate link so they know that you came here from me, please. You could try combining my discount code. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it's Sarge 10. Okay. All right. So let's see a couple more. Jace. Let's do Jace. Jace is doing an amazing sale right now on they're all week long actually. So let's see. Jace Medical. So one of the things in the prepping community that we do recommend, now I am a fan of natural remedies as well, but I'm also a fan of modern medicine. Antibiotics save lives. In fact, antibiotics may have saved more lives than anything else in modern medicine. They also have anti-parasitic kits. Remember I told you unclean water can give you a parasite. It's one of the biggest killers in the world. They have anti-parasitic kits here. Hey, Tactical Muffin Top and Stuart. It's good to see you. Appreciate you for popping in. Hope you all having a great weekend so far. All right, my discount code for this one is going to be Sarge 10. Very easy to remember, Sarge 10. And again, check to see if it'll combine. Try both, but use my link to see if you can get both to work. Okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to get their website to load. And this is probably one of the best time of year. If you're going to get some of this stuff from Jace Medical for yourself, this is probably the best time of year to get it. This Black Friday sale is probably their best sale of the year. Okay. So they've got at the very top here, as you can see, let me close that. $25 off all products over $99. That is a phenomenal sale. $50 off ivermectin, right? They've got sales on the Jace Pantry. I've got a video coming for you. I just did some taste tests with the Jace Pantry. This is dehydrated food, lasts a very long time. I'll show you that in a second. They've also got first aid supplies on here as well. They've got, so let's go to the Jace case. First of all, I think all preppers should get this. Now, I know what you're saying. $289 is a lot of money. It is. But you're getting 5 antibiotics for this. So if you went to your doctor and you were somehow able to convince him to give you 5 antibiotics between your copay and your copays on your 5 meds, I'm pretty sure you're going to be over $289. Okay. And this is done from the convenience of your home, and it's shipped to your home, right? So Jay's case is a good buy. Use my discount code with that, or see if you can get the Black Friday discount. It looks like that would probably work with that as well. Okay. I don't know that you can combine them. You have to try it. But in here, you're going to get amoxicillin, azithromycin, psilocybin, ciprofloxacin, doxycycline, loperamide, metronidazole, and ondansetron. Is that Zofran? I think that's Zofran for your stomach. So this has gotten better and better over the years. You get even more in here than you got when I first originally got mine. Okay, so that's the Jace case. I absolutely think every prepper should get that. And then the parasitic kit is another one I think people should consider. Okay, so your parasitic kit is here. That's $199. Again, I know, but if you have to go to the hospital because you're dying, if you can get to the hospital, you're going to think that $199 was a good buy. Okay. And that is a compound of ivermectin and mebendazole. I always have a hard time with that one. Mebendazole. Okay. Most affordable option on the market for a parasitic infection. All right. And again, you're going to get some discounts here with Black Friday, and if you use my affiliate link. All right. What else? I want to show you one more thing here. Where's their Jace? That's what I was looking for. Jace Pantry. Okay, there it is. So this is, I got a video that's coming for you. This is their new food supply line. Okay. So this is what I've got. You get a 30-day supply. I'll go into this more detail when I do my video about it. But this is dehydrated. These are all the different meals you're going to get. And it is based on a 2,100 calorie diet. So a lot of times when you see these emergency food supply companies, they'll say, oh, there's a 30-day supply. But they're basing it on 1,500 calories, which for a man, for most men, that's not enough calories. This is 2,100 calories per day. So if there's 2 of you, this is a 15-day supply if you're sharing it. If there's 4 of you, obviously this is slightly over 7 days, right? Take that into account. If you have a family of 4, why not get 4 of these if you can afford it? Or if you can't afford it all now, get 1 now. When there's another sale, get another one, right? I will give you a spoiler alert. I did a taste test on the rice and beans, and I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. So that video is coming. I'll be talking more about Jace Pantry in 2026. Keep an eye out on that. All right, let me close that one out. I think I got 2 more things I want to show you today. All right. Let me scroll back here a little bit. I just want to see if I missed anything important that you guys are trying to tell me. Cool. Good stuff. Sounds like you guys are all doing well. Good luck with radishes. Yep. All right. Lurking, no problem. Thank you for letting me know you're around. Appreciate you. Stuart, it's always good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. All right, cool. Let's do 2 more. Then we'll call it a day. All right. So let's go to LT Right Knives next. Give me a second to set this up, because they have a big thing coming up that I want you to be aware of. I am a brand ambassador with LT Wright Knives. I don't have an affiliate link to show you or anything like that. I'm just going to put their website up there, and I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you. Cool. All right, so LT Wright Knives, for my fixed blade, the one that I'm carrying, that I have been for several years now, is the Genesis. They may be out of stock, but let's see if we can find it. Sold out right now. So that one right there is what I carry. But it looks like they have the GNS Saber Cut, the Gen 3. This is sold out, sorry. They got the foraging tool. All right. So a lot of the stuff sold out right now, but they still have some stuff in stock, it looks like. And then the big thing I want to show you is they're going to have a big sale coming up online on YouTube. It's called the Pouthouse Sale. They do it once a year, and they pull out stuff from the vault. A lot of it's like one of a kind, a lot of it's custom made. And the yearly membership, you don't have to be in the yearly membership to go to the sale, but you'll get in an hour early, so you get first picks, first dibs on bidding, is $30. Let's see, do they have... All right, so if they're not showing it on here yet, also Woods Monkey. Why don't we just go to Woods Monkey next? On their YouTube channel is where it's going to be. I think it's December 6th is their big Pouthouse sale. Okay, so you want to be watching for that. And there'll be a lot of stuff that's available only there. A lot of it's custom, a lot of it's one-offs. But this stuff's really hot in the knife community. People are constantly looking for LT Wright knives, so it has a huge resale value. The Genesis especially is their most popular. That's their flagship knife. But also, if you can get your hands on one, what's it called? I just got one at Georgia Bushcraft. I'm blanking. It's shorter. It'll come back to me. Anyways, let's go to Woods Monkey. They're also great. So let's go to the Woods Monkey website. I'll drop a link for you for this one. Copy. Pronghorn. Yep, that was it. Thank you, Fat Man Outdoors. The Pronghorn's the other one that's super popular. Yep. Thank you. All right, so Woods Monkey is also, he's actually a friend of mine. He's affiliated with LT Wright Knives. I've got together for lunch with him when he was visiting here. This is really popular right now. He's got this Batwing knife and sold out. Sorry, guys. See, these companies that make these like top of the line knives, you got to get on it. Their stuff sells out so quick. There's a reason for it. It's top of the line gear. Let's see if he's got anything else. All right, so that's sold out, unfortunately, too. The banana peel folder. Yeah, this top of the line knife companies, they sell out super fast. You got to stay on top of it. All right, sorry, guys. Check back later. See if the Batwing sold out, too. Yep, check back later. But that's Woods Monkey. Put them in your bookmarks. Good company to check out. Brian is a real good dude. All right, let's close that. And I think I had one more. We did Jace. One more. All right, last one here. Discount code for them is going to be Prepping with Sarge, all one word. This is my friend Jacob, also another knife company. And I'm going to give you my affiliate link here in a second. Hang on. Exodus Knife and Tool. Okay. Link is in chat. Link is on the board. All right. So let's go ahead and share the screen. will be the last one for the day, guys. All right, you can get on their mailing list. All right, so Jacob has some really interesting, cool designs. These tend to be collectibles as well that have high market value in the knife community. I've got this one here, the Adventure Brick. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. I think it was a limited edition run. It was in hot demand. Let's see if there's any on there. Nope, I don't think that's available anymore. So let's go to Adventure Craft. Okay, out of stock. See, these guys sell out so fast. You gotta check these websites often. This is the one that I just bought from him. Now I'm gonna be doing a review on this one at some point. This is the Stonewash Retro Warrior. The handle is made of compressed coffee bags, right? So similar to how my Carta is made. My Carta handles is compressed fabrics with resin. They used coffee bags for this one, and that's exactly what it looks like there on the screen. So I'm going to be doing a review on that one. It's S35VN steel. And he works with is it White River knives for the blade steel. So let's see. That's out of stock. Let me show you the stuff that's inside. So that's called the Retro Warrior. And I will do a review on mine soon. This one he usually has in. This is the High Vis. Let's take a look at this one. So he does these cool colors and stuff like that. Kind of what Exodus Knife and Tool is known for. Jacob. These work really well. Great little bushcraft knives. Good culinary knife if you want to use it that way. Very thin design. These are cool. It looks like they're not out of stock. These are very popular and collectible too. He's got these handles that have like different fishing designs. See if I get a close up for you. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. So that's Jacob over at Exodus Knife and Tool. And use my affiliate link, please, on your screen. And discount code is Prepping with Sarge, all one word. All right. Hey, Wayne, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, let me go ahead and close that out. And I think that's it of everything that I was going to show you. Those are my recommendations. Dad would love a good knife for Christmas or Hanukkah. It's a great gift. You can't go wrong with buying your dad a knife, whether it be a fixed blade or a pocket knife. He's going to love it. I've recommended there some of my favorite knife companies. Exodus Knife and Tool, LT Wright Knives, Slick Knives. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong there. Garden Seeds, good stocking stuffer. www.superseeds.com. Wazoo gear, great gifts for anybody. And by the way, I shouldn't say just dads. You got your homesteaded mamas would love a good pocket knife too. Your mama bears, get them a pocket knife. They're going to love that. For those who love camping, why not some Blackbeard fire starters? Discount code is Sarge, all one word. Scroll back if you missed it. I've got all the links and the discount codes in this for this stuff in my description below. Always a good idea to get somebody first aid supplies. It's a great gift, something that the people don't usually buy for themselves. We had Jace Medical, right? Check on their website. I believe Jace Medical does gift cards, right? So that if you wanted to get it, so that you can get somebody in your family can go on there and get their antibiotics. Or a year's supply of their medicine. They carry a lot of different medicines that will give you a year's supply in advance. And then Abmex is doing sales on silver and gold all weekend long. Make sure you check them out as well. Again, most of these links are in my description. Go ahead and check them out, please, and see if the discount code, use my link to try to get the double discount. I can't promise you it's going to work. So use my link and then plug in my discount as well. See if it works, okay? And let me go ahead and get out of what I'm in here so I can check your chat one more time. And then I'm going to do some Black Friday